everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have another process video for you today. So I'm going to start with this 12 by 12 sheet of pattern paper that I have had in my stash forever. It is from Stampin' Up! And it has like, excuse me, heat emboss, or not heat emboss, it has like, it has stars on it. And like when you do mixed media or whatever, they resist it. So the white shows through. I am not, to my immediate knowledge, I do not have plans to do any mixed media. I'm gonna scrap these two photos here. They were very old. It was from when I was 19, and this are the girls that I went to college with. She got married, and we were in the wedding. So I have, excuse me, I have had to dig into 2 more paper pads because the pink was kind of just overwhelming and I was tired of scrapping with pink, which is why when I tend to make a page kit, I only do it for like a couple layouts, and I got about 5 layouts out of that pink one, and I mean I can make more because I opened up 2 page kits, and I still have it sitting over here and I will incorporate it in, but I added a blue one and a green one, so just cause. I also fussy cut out all of these stars from a 6x8 piece of paper from Paige Evans. I have these 3 pieces of scrap paper, no idea where they're from, and all right, we're just gonna get started. I did mat my photos on this, it's just a tropical floral. You can't tell that it's tropical, which is fine, just so I can have something to mat it on. I'm making these 3 strips into banners. They were already cut at this, and how I do that is I just take it and I fold it in half, I crease it, and then I just cut it. That is the simplest way that I have found to make banners, but you do what works easiest for you. You can, cut down the middle and come in. You can use a punch, because some people don't like that it's, it's a little bent right there, but it doesn't bother me. A lot of things don't bother me. So what I thought I can do is I was gonna do maybe like this, and then this little bad boy next to it, and then this one next to it with like grady different levels. But I also think I'm going to take my jelly roller and I'm going to outline, because, and I shouldn't be doing it on that piece of paper because it's got little raised marks, so I'm just going to, although apparently the pen just does that, so that's cool, that's cool. Just trying to, since it's all the same piece of pattern paper basically cut into 3 different strips, I'm trying to make it easy so you can tell that it is 3 different pieces of paper. That's horrible. I suck at outlining. I mean, it's supposed to, but that's pretty bad. So then I just tend to usually do 2. If one doesn't always work out well, we'll just do 2, and then it'd be fine. I mean, everyone knows that scrapbooks are handmade. If you're shooting for perfection, you are a far better person than me, because mine are handmade, and I do make them only for family members. That is it, because I find that when you make pages, for people who don't, and they're not crafty at all, but it's our memories. And I find that when it's like my family, you know, like something that's important to me or people that I love, there's more heart that goes into it. So it's easier to, I just feel like the layouts look better. So, and a T-square ruler. And I didn't do the top because I was going to hang them over and cut them off. So that was kind of thought process behind that. Didn't want to just... I don't know, felt like that would be a time waster there. And then... one more time. And then just gonna trim them off. Throw my scraps in my recycling bin. And I'm gonna put... Did you just do... Oh, my dog just thieved. I thought maybe I could add those little guys around. Yeah. And then all these other ones I'll just throw over here. It's gonna kind of like, I don't really know. Kind of something like this. In a random, not so random pattern around the page. And I like the placement that we got going, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack these little suckers down, because if I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna remember where they were. And I have them going in all different crazy directions. I've ran a couple of them off the page. Just to kind of ground the layout a little bit. I find when I do that I'm gonna go ahead and stick some glue. And I want that little guy to stick up over it, and that little guy, and somewhat get that. But just a little bit more, because I did move that guy. Woo! I dropped my cap. So I'm like gonna look at this, and I like how, I mean, you can use those, put some mixed media and then have it colored with the star, though, you know, the white showing through the stars. But I kind of like this. I actually am really liking this. love it. Don't you love when I do that? So I'm gonna put this title right here. That's gonna be my title, Dream Big. We were so young, we had such big dreams. Again, I'm gonna do some minimal embellishments. Let's see what we got. Those stars are not gonna work. That might. Nope. That will. That will. Nothing. I have all kinds of stuff in here now, to be honest with you. And since I have busted into my page kits, I'm going to be making page kits later on because I really like making page kits. It's relaxing. Like I have literally scrapped all weekends. And not that I'm complaining. No. But you guys like do that when you like scrap for like a serious amount of time, and then I think I'm kind of a little burnt out right now. So, but I don't, you know, I want to do something productive. So I'm going to hang out in my craft room. And I'm watching the Gilmore Girls, and I am, you know, I'm intermittently filming videos for you guys so that in the coming weeks or days I have some videos, because last week I call him Hubs, but he's not my husband yet. He will be soon enough. But he was home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and he left Tuesday, and he won't be home until, I don't know, later on this week. So I haven't seen him, which, oh, I miss him. But anyway, he was home, and my craft room's like right there, right to the left of me is my living room. Like I can turn and I can see the couch, which faces, it's, you know, the way it's configured, and he lays there, and, you know, we look at each other from time to time, and he watches TV, and I'm pretty sure he's like, you know, going deaf because he turns it up really loud. But it also could be to drown out my son, who plays video games really loud in his bedroom on the other side of the house. But you can still hear him. Like, he's not here right now, but I had to stop filming earlier because I could hear him, and I am on the opposite side of the house. Not that big of a house, but big enough to know that you shouldn't hear with doors closed. But my room doesn't. I took, it used to have a door because this would be the third bedroom. But I live in a very old house, and I don't have central air conditioning. I have a window unit, but believe it or not, it keeps it cool because it's an old house, and back then they like insulated the poo out of them. So like I have a very large window unit that's not actually in a window, it's actually in the wall. There's a hole cut in the side of the house, and it's a huge window, like, you know, portable unit, whatever. But it keeps the entire house cool, except it wouldn't keep this room cool because the door, it sits, you know, like right here, and the door opened like this. So you couldn't have the door to this room open because then the air just hit the door and that was it. So, and you couldn't be in here if the door was closed because it was like, you know, 9,000. It was like, you know, the surface of the sun in here. So I just took the door off the hinges, and it's just like a little open doorway now. But, so if I can't really be in here like trying to be serious and film videos and be serious, right? When they're all being loud. So I didn't film, and I just did not have enough in the bank. I'm gonna cut that strip off because that color, because it just does not match. And we have all discussed that I am like a horrible fussy cutter. Like I can't cut a straight line to save myself. So, but I want this quote because this was from like a fashionista. And it says, "I believe happy girls are the prettiest girls," by Audrey Hepburn. So we're just gonna, you know, kind of like it right there. And you know what? I think I'm gonna pop that up. So yeah, but no, I have been scrapbooking all weekend long because my son had to work last night. My fiance is, you know, on the other side of the country, and I was bored. And there was a cyber crop going on, and so I stayed up late, and I mean, but I literally I store all the pages that I get done in a month in one of those 12 by 12 iris containers. And I am proud to say that I had to get another iris container because it's full. Not another layout is going to fit in that because I have scrapped so much in February, and it is just the middle of the month. Like, there is so much more to do, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna use that. Yeah. So I filled an iris container up. That's how much I've been scrapping this month because I just you know, I never really tracked it, to be honest. I just, you know, when I filled up an iris container, I'd put it back in the area where the empty ones are. And once they were all full, then I would I'd file them, or, you know, put them in and out. Just and what I would do was you know, up until like but in middle of January, I decided that I was going to do my albums in chronological order. So I went through all the albums that were not a December daily or an October afternoon or a like I do many, like when me and Sam took our vacations. So like, and I do like stuff like that. Like, I'll make an album. If there is enough pictures about one particular event, I'll just put it into an album because it's easier than, you know, so it has its own album. And so those type of things, because clearly they're in order. So I went through and separated them all out, and I got like, how many albums did I get? This is my scrapbooking YouTube thing. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15 albums, and I did, and they're all, I mean, they're not all going, because I have 2009 and before, 2010 to 2013, because a lot of those, when I got divorced and moved, the computers crashed. And I lost a lot of pictures of my son and stuff. So that's just the stuff that I had. 2014 to 2015. Then I have one for 2016. And then we took a family trip to the lake for my dad's birthday. So that one's like that. And then 2017 was the year that I got divorced. And I was living here on my own. And me and Sam did a lot. I did a lot, so I ended up having 2 albums just for 2017, and then, well, actually more than that, because I had those 2 albums that are just like the daily life, and then I took a trip to Daytona to celebrate my divorce, my very first October daily, my very first December daily. I have a 2018 that's just the chronological. We took a family trip to Iowa. Me and Sam took 2 different vacations. I was able to combine them into one large album. 2019, and then I started one for 2020. But so I just went through and I pulled them out of all of these. So there was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there was 9 of them that I just pulled all of the pictures out of, because when I would just fill up those iris containers, I would just grab them, throw them in sheet protectors, and just throw them in albums. Just, okay, they're in albums, done. But there was no rhyme or reason. You could go from my kid being a baby to my kid being 16 in, like, you know, baby 16. So I fixed all that and put them all in order, and that was a challenge. And then so I sorted them, like, once I got them into the yearly piles, like when I could start breaking it down. And I realized that I am horrible, and I didn't date a lot of my stuff because I didn't do the journaling. Never really crossed my mind that I would, like, not remember what year it was. So that was a minute. So once I broke them down into the yearlies, then I took each year and, you know, figured out what month they were in, and then I put them in order. So and now I can add to them because I'm still scrapping from stuff from all that, because I used to try to scrap in chronological order. I, you know, gave it the old college try, because it became to be a chore. Like, you know, I'd keep taking pictures, but I didn't feel like I was getting anywhere. So, like, my pictures just kept growing and growing and growing and growing, and here I am not really getting anything done. But back then it took me, like, you know, years to do a layout. So I stopped doing that. I was like, it's not worth it. I don't care that much, you know. So now I scrapbook whatever I want when I want. I have since dwindled. I mean, obviously I got all of those albums done. I have gotten done in the last since 2017. Minus, I mean, those, and the ones that I have wrote down, because there are about 5 of them out there that was from previous, you know, lives of scrapbooking, and so I don't have those wrote down because that is what it is. I won't be adding to those. But where was I going with that? Oh, Lord. Oh, so I have dwindled down. I have those photos boxes. I used to have 3 of them full, and I have them all separated, like by holiday, by events, you know, birthdays, stuff like that. And I had 3 boxes of that. And I was like, this is, you know, like, and I'd go through it and I'd be like looking at it. Well, I know some people are going to cringe when I say this, but I started throwing pictures away, because I'd have duplicates of them. So I don't need this. I got rid of them. If I would have several of the same event or occasion or what, I would go through and be like, which one's, you know, this one's blurry, or this one really has no point, or these, you know, I got rid of a lot of pictures because I wasn't ever going to scrapbook them, and they were just taking up room. And it was, you know what, the ones that I'm scrapbooking are what we're going to look at. We're not going to go through these boxes because, I don't know, when my grandkids have to go through it, or my son, they're just going to throw them away. Because some of them are, you know, like, these are horrible pictures. So I saved the ones that I knew I would definitely scrapbook and were good pictures. And I narrowed it down to 2 boxes. And I have since now narrowed it down. Well, I still have 2 boxes, but one is from my grandma's, and then my grandpa's funeral, their photo boards. I have all of them, and I took them off the photo boards, and they're old pictures, which if you have seen lately, I found them, and I found that photo box, and I have been pulling from that, but I don't want to put them in my photo box, which over here is only about half full, and I haven't printed out any new photos in a while other than my Project Life, which, by the way, I haven't even started. I just have a little diary and stuff going. But what I do is when I'm doing something like this, I take one of these. Now, when I started the month, I had this full. I went through each section and grabbed pictures out, and then I just rotated them. So I wasn't scrapbooking the same thing. So it's like you go from my kid in 2014 at the battleship, the Alabama, to 2011, me and a friend at work. Just this past December in 2019, me and my fiance in Nashville at a Saints Titans game. 2019, my fiance randomly cooking, because I'll just tell you right now, he absolutely loves and adores when I take random pictures of him doing random things, and he thinks it's so cool. No, he hates it, and so I continuously do it. From when I was like 19 years old, my friends, what me and my fiance got for Christmas, and that's like, you know, and it's Robert and Rebecca, so we're R&R, and that's our new headboard. That's what part of my gift from my mom. In 2017, my son turned 16, so I have a couple pictures of that. 2016, my sissy. Easter 2018. Last year, my son, in September, I got him a car. My son and my fiance playing skee ball. My mom and my son, I don't know, looking at each other. And then the older pictures. Then this is one of my brother, me and my mom. And then the same time, my grandma, me and my brother. So, I mean, I've done them. So it's just all random, like all over the place. So that each little section that I have in there, which is like me and friends' birthdays, Christmases, fall, the house, vacations, Easter, 4th of July, parks, which is like, you know, Six Flags or Disney World and stuff like that, they start going down, and I don't have one section that's like really thick and crazy. I have, you know, and then I feel like obligated to just keep scrapping from that genre, and I'll no, not doing it. So, well, that, my friends, was like a very long detour, and I'm sure that no one cared. Put a cute little bow there, because didn't she wear a bow or something? I don't know. I got these like in a pack of 100 from Michael's. They were on sale. Seemed like the thing to do at the time. I can tell you it was not the thing to do. I have been using them for years, and I will continue to use them because they're actually really good, like little foundation pieces. And I'm gonna put this right here. Oops. Like that little banner is just kind of going all around the side, huh? So, I'm feeling pretty good. It's a little, not a lot going on. And I am still pulling from my big kit. Obviously, I'm trying because I'm trying to use as much of that up as I can, but it's all but used and abused, my friends. So I'm super proud of myself for that. It's like a little tooting of my own horn there. I'm just grabbing some of these. These are from the Dollar Tree. They come in like strips. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just tear them off. I don't use them as a strip. I tear them off. So, oh, I almost dried up my sticky thing. My glue. Let's see if I can get more of these. And I'm like super stoked about how many of these I've used. So, there was a ton of them left. Like, not even left. They were pretty much like whole sheets that I still had of the, like, because I got these in like a Hip Kit Club so like all the yellow are gone. Most of the navy are gonna have like a green star left here. All of these little things are like just trash. They're the insides of the, which I thought that one was pretty cool, but you know, because I have like, but just gonna use them up. I'm trying to figure out what year that is while I'm talking to you, to be honest. That's 1999, maybe 2000. Yeah. All right, we're gonna write 2000 on here. Because it was after Y2K. Because I worked at an internet company. I just remember. And I'm going to probably put a little journaling down here, and I'm going to trim all that off the sides. But for the most part, that is my layout. So you guys, thumbs up if you like the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below if you like the videos and would like to see more. All feedback is appreciated. Leave a comment below if you have any questions for me. And have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.